Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. So today is want versus need. So in Exodus 16, we see Moses leading the children of Israel through the wilderness. And they're a little hungry, to say the least. So I'm just going to read, a few verses here and there because it's 36 verses. But it says that, and the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, Would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Then said the Lord unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, and I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day that they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, At even then ye shall know that the Lord hath brought you out of the land of Egypt, and in the morning ye shall see the glory of the Lord, for that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we, that ye murmur against us? And Moses said, This shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For the Lord heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. And Moses spake unto Aaron, saying to the congregation of Israel, Come near before the Lord, for he hath heard your murmurings. So they're kind of whining. The Lord is bringing them to a land that's flowing with milk and honey. He has promised them a new home. I mean, he's leading them through to the promised land, and they're hungry, maybe a little hangry, and they start complaining. And to me, the theme of this passage of scripture in this chapter is God provided. He provided them everything they needed to survive this journey. He just provided everything. And here now they're complaining, or they're pouting, or they're angry, and they feel like they should have just stayed in Egypt. They were in bondage, in slavery, and they were treated horribly. But they had food, so I guess that makes it okay. So now they're going to complain. And, God has provided for them. He gave them exactly what they needed for each and every day. They had enough. They had exactly what they needed. And what they wanted was something different. God was giving them one thing that they needed, but they were wanting more, I guess. And they had just what they needed. They had just enough. They had just enough for each of their family members. And just enough is the perfect amount. I think, through this journey, we see them doing that from time to time. They're, complaining or doing what's right in their own eyes. And they, we look at this, and we can, from the outside looking in, we see, what were they thinking? Why were they doing this? Why are they complaining? God is giving them a whole new land, and he's freed them from that bondage, and why are they complaining? Why, he's taking care of them. But, we do the same thing. We have our wants versus our needs, and sometimes when we don't get exactly what we want when we want it, we tend to complain or whine a little bit about it. And God provides. He is the provider, and he is taking care of us, just like we see here clearly that he's taking care of them. through their whole journey. Whatever journey we're on, God is providing, and He is taking care of us through all of it. So maybe a little less complaining and a little more thankfulness and gratefulness of what He is doing for us and what He's doing that we don't see. So I hope that you have a great rest of the week or weekend. It's about to be the weekend, and I pray that you have a very worshipful one. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.